This tutorial will be over the iStudiez Pro app located on your MacBook. If it's not in your dock, you need to go to Launchpad and find it. It looks like a chalkboard with an apple, so let's drag it down to the dock. All right, let's go ahead and open that up. This app is an excellent way of keeping track of your classes and your assignments. I'm going to step through the different setup steps for you. At the very top of the app, if you put your cursor at the top, you'll notice that if you go to iStudiez Pro and go to Preferences, there's a couple things you want here. It should be defaulted to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday classes. What I would recommend is that you change your duration from 60 to 45. Most of your classes are 45 minutes. Under notifications, I recommend that you uncheck the boxes for notifications so that you don't have any notifications going off in class. One thing about this app that we will not be using is the gradebook, because we have a gradebook that we already use, so it's going to remain off. Next, at the top of the app, there's several things to look at. You have instructors and holidays on the left-hand side. So let me show you how to add your instructors. You can add an instructor by clicking on the plus button and typing in their information here. And this is an optional thing if you would like to add your instructor information. If you don't, that's fine too. Now, holidays is an important thing to add. I've already added Labor Day, and I'll show you how easy it is to add. I'll add Thanksgiving now. Just press on the plus, find your holiday. I'll do Thanksgiving. So I'm going to say Thanksgiving starts on the 23rd because we're in class on the 22nd and ends on December 1st. And I'm going to give it a name. Next, in the middle section of your app, you have Overview, Assignments, and Planner. Let's click on Overview so you can see what that is. You can look at your calendar at a day at a time or a week at a time. Let's go back today. Over here on the far right, you have the calendar month at a glance. Today is August 10th, and it's a Saturday, so that appears here in blue, but whatever day it is, it will be in blue. And you can scroll to the different months if you like by clicking on these arrows. Next, let's go to Assignments. This is the section of the app where you would be able to view assignments that are current. That means assignments that have not been completed. And you can also click on Completed. In a moment, I'm going to be stepping you through some sample data so you can see what that looks like. Now, Planner is where you would add semesters. And what I would recommend for 7th and 8th grade, since you have the same identical classes for the fall and the spring semester, I suggest that you create that course and that class one time and just have a beginning and an end date from the first day of school and the end of school, so you don't have to enter those classes again. For those courses that you take only in the fall and only in the spring, we'll have that in the calendar as fall only and spring only. Okay, so let me show you how this works. If you click on the plus, new semester, this is where I'm going to say fall only. Spring only. And these are for all your core classes that you have year-round. Fall and spring. This app was created mostly for high school and college students, so there are some features in here that we don't need. So usually when you're in college, you just take one course for one semester, and then the next semester you have something completely different. Okay, now that we have our semesters fall and spring, fall only, spring only, let me show you how to add a class. Come back down here to the plus symbol. And the terminology here is course. So your course would be math, science, English, etc. So let me add a course called math. And right here, if you want to specify a certain color, you can do that. Okay, so we've added the math course. Let's come back down here and add another course. And let's call that science. I'm going to change my science to a different color. Alright, so what you would do is you would go through this app and add all of your courses until you have them all listed. And it will assign a color for you, but you can always edit that, which is kind of nice. For fall only, you would add the courses that you're only taking this fall. For example, keyboarding, you may take in the fall. And let's say you'll have 2 electives, but for now, for just an example, let's say in the spring, you are taking art. So you can see now how you have the semesters and then you have the courses. Currently for math, I only have the course set up. I don't have the class yet, so let me show you what that means. In middle school, at our school, we have a schedule that rotates. So if my math class is a period 1 class, on a Monday, it meets at a certain time. On a Tuesday, it meets at a different time. So I'm going to show you what that would look like. So for my math, I have 5 classes per week. So I'm going to start with Monday. And I'm going to go ahead and give it a different picture so that when I'm looking at my calendar, I can easily tell what class I have coming up. So I'm going to give it a calculator symbol. So on Monday, my period 1 class would start at 8 a.m. and would end at 8:50 a.m. every Monday. Now, if I had my instructors listed, I could go ahead and drop down and select my instructor. So I'm adding my class. So I have my Monday class right now for math. And I'm going to add another class. As you can see, I have added each of the classes for my math course, Monday through Friday. Now, let me show you what that looks like on the calendar. I'm going to click on Overview, and I'm going to go to calendar, and you can see here's my calendar week at a glance with that class. And you would add a class for each day of the week for each of your courses. We do need to make sure the beginning and the end date for the fall semester is correct. Okay, so make sure you set all of your semesters with the right information, beginning and end date, so that the courses you add and the classes that you add appear on your calendar correctly. I've added some more class information to my courses, and you can see my calendar's filling up a bit. You can see the different courses, and you can see here's my elective that occurs on the different days. And again, you can change your colors if you like. View section, I have day at a glance or week at a glance. That's what week looks like. Day looks like this. Here's some of my courses I've added. This is the schedule side of your app, and this is the assignment side. So let's add an assignment. Pick a course. I'm going to say that I have a math assignment. I'm just going to call math homework. And it's been added. Let me add another one for English. And I can change the due date. If it's not due for a week, I can change that here. English homework. It's added. What if I have something that's not related to a course? I could leave it no course. Bring form to homeroom. Okay, so I've got 3 different assignments I need to take care of. Let's look at the assignments tab. There's nothing in completed. Let's look in current. So I have 3 current. I can sort these by due date or by course or priority. And let's say I completed bringing my form to my homeroom class and I finished my homework. Those now appear in the completed. And let's say you make a typo on something like I did. We can edit it right here. Shows that I have completed these 2 assignments, but I still have 1 to work on.